Now let's go to the Power BI project. For me, doing any project, I love the Power BI because it's the one that tells about me. I put the colors and match it together, and I like this stuff. Anyways, let's start. So I made 3 dashboards, one for the profit, one for the loss, and one for the total sales. For this dashboard, I made 4 charts. Each chart tells us about the profit. First chart tells us about the profit by category. Each category, how much did we win from it. From this chart, I can see that the clothing is the most one, then the shoes, then the technology, then cosmetics, then toys, then food and beverage, then the books. Then let's go to the other chart. This one is a map chart. It tells us how much is the profit by each state, as all of these stores are in America. I can see that California is the most one because it has the biggest bubble. Each bubble shows us how much is the value. The bigger the bubble, the more the value. This chart tells us about the shopping malls. Each shopping mall, how much did you win from it. I can see that Canyon is the most one, then the Mall of Istanbul, then Metro City, then Steen Park, then Zulu Center, then Viaport Outlet, then Metropole AVM. Our last chart is the donut chart. It tells us about the sum of profit by each region, so like the West, East, Central, and South. I can see that West is the most one, and then the East, then the Central, then the South. You might ask, what are these things by the side? I'll tell you. This one, it's a card. This card shows me how much is the total of the profit. What is the total? Not by each thing like these. No, what is the total profit of everything? This one also shows us total profit, but in a different way. Usually, this is a gouache chart, and we add a target, but I'm not adding a target because I don't have a target right now. Now this chart is the pie chart. This pie chart shows me the sum of profit by gender. These things up are they might seem titles, but actually they are shapes, and I use them as buttons as page navigators to go from one page to another. So right now I'm in profit. If I click here, I'll go to losses, and if I click here, I'll go to total sales. Now I'll tell you about my second dashboard. This dashboard tells me about the losses. How much do we lose? From this chart is by category. I can see that the clothing is the most one that we lost from. Pretty interesting, because from the profit, the most thing that we won from is clothing, but in the losses it's also the clothing. Seems pretty interesting. Now for the map chart, it looks like that the losses were not as much because all of the bubbles are small. In the shopping mall, Canyon, sum of loss, think it is the most, then Viaport Outlet, then Metro City. This donut chart tells me about the region: Central, West, South, and East. You can see that the Central is the most, and the West is second most, then the South, and the East is very, very small. We can't even see it. I also have the cards here. The sum of loss is 74.56. This also shows me the loss, and here is the chart that shows me the loss by gender, male and female. You can see that the male lost more than the female. And also here are the page navigators that look like the title. Last but not least, the total sales. Here I also have the same design of charts: the category, the state, the shopping mall, the region. Now, the clothing is also the most. The clothing is the most category in each thing: the profit, the loss, and total sales. Then the shoes then technologies, then cosmetics, toys, food and beverage, and books. You might see that I added some green as the profit, because the total sales and profit are things that we win, unlike the losses. So I used red in the losses as we lost something. But the total sales and profit, I used bright colors to show me that we have won something. Here I can see that the total sales are 251.57 million. And that's it. These were my dashboards. I hope you liked it.